Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features an old rivalry from the 2005 NFL Draft class. It's Alex Smith going up against Aaron Rodgers. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jamal Charles. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Well, Charles did return to action in Week 4, just one carry for 6 yards, but just good to see him back out there after that ACL injury.
And I like what Kansas City did about bringing him back from his knee injury of last year. They gave him a limited amount of playing time against Pittsburgh. They've got an open week coming up, and then he plays again. That's 2 more weeks of healing. I think we'll see the old Jamal Charles emerge as the season finishes up.
Second down, Jamal Charles. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball. Whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. It's Hill, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. The big fella past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. They give some kudos.
I'm broadcasting my game.
I think here they bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense.
I just got a sack fumble.
Nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up.
Turned it for a touchdown. He went for it on 4th and 1.
I like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. On 1st and 10, Smith. Screen pass to Charles. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
What happened?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Fuck. I know. I'm just saying I don't need that.
Now Smith. A dump off for Charles. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Exactly what I didn't need.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On the run, it's Ware. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They come out here in the I. Here's Charles. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll let Charles try and get him in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce taking it in. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They come out here in the I. Rodgers now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Partner, was that Justin Houston breaking up a pass on his zone drop there?
It was indeed the former Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, normally what we talk about with him, rushing the passer. That's where he's really earned his reputation. But showing here he can be a complete player with that great speed of his.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. You know, with Lacy, week 3 before the bye, we talked about how he had 103 yards, and you really hit on his conditioning. You're impressed with what he's done.
I am, and so many people were talking about it. Remember, Green Bay told him at the end of last season he had to lose weight, he had to get in better shape, and he may not look appreciably different to the naked eye, all right? But when you watch him play, and at one point he was carrying the ball 4 or 5 times in a row at a pop, he now looks like the Eddie Lacy we saw when he first came out of Alabama. He's back in form.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacy. And some space here. Eddie Lacy, see you later. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Now receiver in motion left. They'll run it with Lacy. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Second and goal to go now. Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is
I'll get on that joint when I get off of this.
When
I finish this match.
They've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On first down, Smith flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They go play action here on first down. Going underneath for Charles. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
From the red zone now, Smith. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They run it here. Where? It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Not only did they drop it look like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now the point after try for Santos. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now it's Hyde on the return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And so far this season, the Green Bay defense, what do you make of them? Run defense has been pretty good. Pass defense has struggled.
And the run defense, which is supposed to set the tone for everything, in a lot of ways it has for Green Bay. People have had a hard time moving the football. But the pass defense took a hit because Clay Matthews was hurt in the last game against Detroit, did not play in that game. They get him back after the open week. That'll help the pass defense because he'll be in the face of the quarterback.
He got 29 yards that time.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
319! 319! 319!
Nelson, the man in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Charles the lone setback. Smith. A dump off for Charles. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demetrius Harris, 28 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, this is Micah Hyde. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Well, with this Chiefs D, we saw a little bit of the yin and the yang that can happen in the NFL. You know, week 3, 8 turnovers against the Jets, and then that week 4 game against Pittsburgh, no turnovers. They gave up 43 points.
There's a correlation there, isn't there? All right, because they exist and feed off of taking the ball away from the other team. And just as you mentioned, taking away 8 times against the Jets, almost like they ran through their quota in that game, and it came a cropper against Pittsburgh.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. One back is Lacey. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. A gain of 4 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And on it. 26. 319.
A play fake to start. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And a timeout here. Timeout taken. Whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Jacob Shum now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. You know, walking in here before the game, you and I heard several fans talking about Tom Brady coming back. It is league-wide news that Brady returns in Week 5.
But the news is really concentrated in New England because they're coming off of a tough loss to Buffalo. Now they've got their guy back, number 12, and no one's happier than he is to return to his team.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this is Cook with a grab. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Now he's flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Snap count through the defense off. 5-yard penalty. the penalty now, Lacey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense, because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Check 26, check 319 on 20, reset.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And brought in by the tight end Cook. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
They come out here in the eye.
56, Mike, boy, 56, check 56.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, 28 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Charles the lone setback. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, it's Hyde. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They come out here in the eye. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. Stays on his feet. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Rodgers now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And Cook has it left side. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. The play clock's running down. Rodgers again now. Finding time. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. tie game, fourth quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Time. Break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So second down, 3 yards to go now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Smith now on second down. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there, and that'll make it third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Smith, and now the ball's loose. Smith loses it, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post, the clock hits zeros.
Out in the flat for Starks. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down now after the pass completion. To throw is Rodgers. Dropping it off for Starks. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Throwing is Rodgers. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Crosby puts it through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Second down now after the incompletion. Back to throw. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A dump off for Charles. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Charles the lone setback. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He's back to throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
In the red zone this time. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Smith. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heat.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the